Good late morning, everybody. I don't know why I said that, but whatever. Alright, so I'm doing a couple errands this morning that are like 2 weeks overdue. It's turning in paperwork. I just went to trucking school and I know what I'm doing wrong. So, when you're doing your offset, which means when you're pulling straight and you act like you're pulling out to a street or you're reparking or whatever the fuck it may be, backing up a trailer into another lane is not as easy as it seems. You see, whenever you, I backed up trailers before, goosenecks, little trailers, all sorts of shit, but when you get into a damn semi and you're dealing with a bunch of gears and your air brakes and you're having to press on the clutch and the brake, you got multiple things going on at once, and your ADHD or you gotta be self-aware of what the fuck you're doing 24/7 of the truck. Like, you gotta be aware of your surroundings, what each button does, your gauges, your feet, the gear that you're in. You just gotta make sure all that stuff. You gotta watch your mirrors as well. So as for me, I was turning too soon. You see, me pretty much just turning too soon. When I do my offset in reverse, see this guy here, he's hot-shotting. Anyways, as for doing stuff in a reverse in a semi truck, yeah, it's fucking easy. You gotta watch your mirrors. You can't turn too soon, and you gotta just take it easy. You gotta go with the flow. Don't overthink it. There's a couple people there that have gotten it quite fucking easy. But then again, they also have driven for a couple of years prior to me that knows nothing about semi-trucks. Alright guys, so we're going to be talking about the ARC Captain. This is the one that I have, the 250, the ARC Captain 250. I'm changing out the wire right now. And I gotta get some whoppers for this. This is not going to come out by itself. I don't know where my whoppers went, so I'm just gonna use some nice ass tongs right here. Alright, so we're gonna clip this here off. This is my flex wire. Hobart carries it, but it's like $100 per spool. Or I'm sorry, not $100. What am I fucking crazy? It's like, I think it's $65 per spool or some shit. So I'm making sure it stays tight. Watch it for it come out of the spool right here. You guys can see it. Keeping an eye on it. There it goes. Just gotta change this out. There's holes on the side of the rail right here. You're gonna use that to clamp the wire. This is all I had at my house, so we're just gonna use what we got. I'm not gonna spend any more than I need to, but unless it's expired, then you have to go get some more, because otherwise you're not gonna get shit done. For a smaller spool, there's a nut in here that you're gonna end up taking out. So that comes out, right? Got a spring, got a spacer, 2 spacers actually, didn't know that. I'll put all this aside. This is gonna get set upside down, like that, and then you're gonna feed the wire. Oops, I'm human. Things are gonna scale off. I'm gonna actually cut this off just a little bit more. There you go. That way it's not bent going in there and you get somewhere in your day. This is very, very tiny, which means it's going to put out very, very tiny welds. it's not ideal for somebody that wants to get shit done. So this here is 0.25. All right, now we're going to end up putting this on. I don't remember which way this all goes, so there's all inside of there. I think what we'll end up doing is taking this off. No, I need that on. That's what holds the wire on. I don't know, maybe we'll just keep that off or something. There it goes. I don't know how this goes on, to be honest with you. There it goes. I'm going to loosen that up just a hair bit, and it's going to spin freely. Alright, so now that we got that going on in there, I'm going to feed this through the feeder, right, just like this. That way it doesn't come unspooled. And now we're going to take a different roller, which is in my truck. Got a bunch of gnats near me, it's gross. Alright. The 0.6, they measure things different in the UK, but this side here is going to be your 8, and then the other side is going to be your 6. So, let's see if this here works. The wire's not as tiny as I thought it would be. Okay. Maybe we'll switch to this side. That one looks like it might be it. Maybe not. I don't know. It glides in nicely, so we'll see how that does. Okay, so anyways, the one that's in is the 9. Put that in the groove there. This wire is bugging me, but it's the gas hose that needs to be over there. I don't know why it's not fluctuating correctly. Alright, there you go. Tensioner. We're going to turn on this thing. I'm not going to lose any of this. And can keep that roller right there. So this one here, the tip, get the Chicago Electric. I don't have that today. And this needs to come back, because I can't get anywhere like this. So this needs to move back. I'm just going to shove my pliers in there just to get somewhere for this job to get it done. 0.25. That tip doesn't fit in there, so we're going to force it to fit. That's what we're going to do. Chicago Electric works better on these. Come on now, I need to get a new liner for this shit. It's up in the fence project. So I'm going to turn on my gas. And this needs to be tightened. This is how much we have. This is how much we're putting out. And it's going a lot. Let's turn on the machine. So it's already set on MiG on 2-touch. And it's going to be stuck on, I'm going to say a little bit hard. For the stainless, there's all this right here. We're working with steel. And this here is the wire type right here, which I obviously don't have. We're looking for, you'll see they go by all that stuff. So this needs to come down just a little bit. The 19 gauge, 14 gauge, let's stick with the 14 gauge. We're gonna go with, can't freaking see anything. We're working with 2.5 or 0.25 wire. So we're gonna try it at 20, just to see what happens. Where was I at? 20.3, let's just see. And then the wire speed is going to be at 640, Jesus. I think it needs to be on that, but okay. Okay, that's as high as it goes. I don't think that it's supposed to be that high, but... Oh, it's 192, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong one. Yeah, 192. Ooh, that's a lot. Now we're cooking. Let's just see what it does. Alright guys, moving on to the next side. I had to get all this dialed in real quick, but this side here is done now. About fucking time. Regulator off of this little thing right here. I'm gonna close it up. And then I'm gonna go on to the other side and show you guys how to set up the machine properly. Alright guys, so I finally figured it out. Gotta turn my gas back on. So here we go. I'm at 30. That's supposed to be on 30. Oh, there we go. So it's at 20. So we have the arc welder. Alright, the mode. I'm just going to switch it real quick. Alright, so we got MiG only. This here is if you want a 4-touch or 2-touch. 2-touch is where you pull the trigger and then you let go. And then 4-touch is when you pull the trigger, it leaves it on. And then you go to click it off and then it goes away. So it's an automatic like hey kind of thing, like I want to stay on, or you want to stay on, you want it to stay on. This here is for flux. I'm not going to click it because we're not going to do flux. As for MiG, I have it on 19.1, and then the 201, which is going to be your amps and then your volts. This here is the soft, and I have it on pretty much soft. The white is for the middle, and that's pretty much it. I'm using a 3-5 wire, or a 3-5 chip, and I'm using 2-5 wire. For making it look pretty, I have this here to take off the access welds, the hard disk, and then for a polished look, for a clean look, I have a 40 grit flap disc. We're gonna go ahead and get started, be done with this shit by 2. So for the most part, it's all tigged up. So it's going backwards. This is awkward. There's a lot of bubbles in here. That's why I went with MiG. You want to keep it tight. Keep it real tight. Spread the you want to spread the arc, but keep your beads nice and tight. a minute. Alright, so it's pretty much grind time. See you guys hopefully in less than 15 minutes. Real time. Alright guys. That was 3 hours of just continuous go. Keep hitting myself in the goddamn face with this goddamn strap. Here we go. There's more. All this is filled out. Cleaned up. On to better things and bigger things. I will miss this thing, even though it was a fucking headache. That's all she wrote, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the little mini boat series. We did the wheel for the boat connect. Nice clean look. I even swept it out. I didn't bring my blower today, so I can't clean up the floor. Clean this off so I can look at that, and it's just fine. And then this right here. Little montage. Get those edges really fucking hard, especially angling down into the boat. I would say that this here would be the best side. things I would do differently in this boat project are, next time, do some stainless steel. Reason why is because stainless steel don't rust as fast. Even though this thing is going to get powder coated, stainless steel don't rust as fast. It still rusts, but in the future settings. So as for metal, even though it gets powder coated, bunch of metal on my fucking chest. Bye-bye, boat. As for metal, it's still gonna fucking rust no matter what. This project right here, I kind of wish that I did it stainless steel, but then again, there's another project in the future. Who knows what it could be? But that's all I got for now. We're saying bye-bye, and I did my job. Time to move on. If I were to do this whole boat project over, what? If I were to redo this whole project, it would be with MiG. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's a lot faster, and at the time I didn't have any TIG, or I didn't have any MiG gas, so that's why I stuck with TIG and stick. As for the as for the fenders, I'd have it be all made out of stainless. Stainless, you can weld it with MiG. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. On to bigger and better things. Hopefully you guys stick around. Who knows what's out there. See you guys soon.